All right, the next balloon I'm going to twist is a super simple balloon, but yet I do tons of them when I'm doing line work events. This is a puppy on a leash. All right, and the reason I put the puppy on a leash is I find that if I just hand them a puppy, puppies tend to come untwisted fairly easily. There are a few things you can do to help it not come untwisted, but a lot of times if I'm in a hurry, I skip those steps. I really shouldn't, but I will show you those steps to help with that. But still, there are some parts of a puppy that are just prone to untwisting. If I hand them the puppy, it usually comes untwisted. But if I put the puppy on a leash, they don't touch it as much, and then it doesn't seem to come untwisted as much. And for some reason, it's way more fun to a child once you put it on a leash. Can't tell you why, it's just the truth. All right, so to make the puppy, I'm gonna blow up my balloon. I'm probably gonna leave like 2 hands on the end. You don't need the 260 super inflated to make a puppy. Okay, I'm gonna burp it, squish it, tie it. Okay. Squish it a little and you can stretch it. That gives you a little more length to it as well. All right, so you first twist off the puppy's nose, and I'm holding this so it doesn't come undone. Next, I'm making ears. This is just a really simple puppy. This is nothing complicated, okay? Keeping it really easy. We're not making poodles or anything like that, just simple puppy. All right, so you've basically got a nose and 2 ears, and they're all about the same size when I do them usually. You bring them together, these ears, and twist the 2 ears together. So now, there's your puppy's face. Okay? And this has become tight, so we're gonna squish it. That pushes some of the air to the end. All right, then you make the puppy's neck. Twist it off. And then you're gonna be making 2 legs. Twist the 2 legs together. All right. Now you've got 2 legs, puppy, neck, ears, there you go. Now, if you could fit this part through here, then that would help to lock this together a little bit better. But I gave this puppy fairly short legs, and that's kind of hard to do with this. If you had longer legs on your puppy, you could do that. All right, this has gotten tight again, so I squish it. That pushes some more down. All right, so then when I get to this point, I look at how much balloon I have left. All right, I need a body, 2 legs, and a tail. And it's fine to have that in the tail. You don't have to use up all the balloon. All right, so you could make a dachshund if you wanted to and give it a long body, but usually I make it a little more average. All right, I give it 2 legs, and usually I want about that much in a tail. 3 fingers-ish. Okay. Now with these legs, I generally do have enough in the legs that I can take that tail and push it through. And that locks this twist so that it won't come undone at least. This one's still prone to come undone. This one's still, but this one at least is gonna stay there. All right, now with the tail, you can leave it like this, or you can separate off this into 2 halves, and then you can move that bubble up to the top. Kids think that's cute. A lot of times they'll squish it and then it goes back down to the bottom, so it might not stay, but it's cute in the meantime. All right, if you have time, you can draw a little smiley face right here and put eyeballs on your puppy. Some kids think that the eyeballs go up here. I tell them these are his ears, but you could put the eyeballs up there and it would be fine, but I usually draw them here and here, mouth here, and I tell them the nozzle is his nose. All right, so that's my puppy. Then I need a contrasting color that is blown up most of the way. All right, all I've done is left just a maybe 1.5 finger nozzle there. Still burp it, tie it. Okay, stretch it. A lot of times I over exaggerate that when I'm working with kids. I'm like, you know, it's more fun that way. All right, I'm gonna make one little bubble on the end. I'm going to hold the nozzle, okay, because I'm gonna make a pinch twist here, and I want it to go behind the nozzle, not in front of it, because it'll hold better that way. So I pinch twist that together, like so. If that comes undone, it's not the end of the world, but it looks cleaner if it doesn't. All right, I take my puppy and I wrap this around his neck so that I can see what size collar he needs. And then I make a twist right there where I'm gonna twist in the pinch twist. That makes it a little easier to then take the pinch and just twist it around. Okay, and if you leave that, and see mine came undone, the nozzle is up there now. I could either work that in so that it goes back as a pinch twist, or you can just leave it. Kid's not gonna notice. Okay, now depending on where you leave that pinch twist will determine where the leash goes. So if I put it above like that, then the leash goes almost straight back. That's not really what I want. We want to move that bubble down so that the leash is up and the kid can hold it. Sometimes I will take it and bend this back a little bit so that it has like a curve to it, so the puppy goes down. And then I always tell the kids, I'm like, now be careful, your puppy is allergic to grass and he's allergic to the concrete. He likes to float above the ground because he's a balloon dog, not a real dog. So make sure that you float him above the ground. Don't actually walk him on the ground. For some reason, if I tell them he's allergic to the grass and the concrete, they remember it better than if I just say, don't let it touch the ground. If they try to walk him on the ground, they'll pop him. So it usually works better not to pop him if you tell him he's allergic to it. All right, so that's your puppy on a leash.